Looks like it's time for another episode of the Redwater Show. So turn up that volume and turn down your common sense, because we're about to take you through the nuttiest crap the internet has to offer. So kick back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode.
Hello. I turned on the mic. We're all good.
We're on.
So this is a somewhat guerrilla episode.
Partially
guerrilla. I got my laptop set up, working somewhat, and I am here in lovely old Pville with my pal Red. I am Water, and this is the Redwater Show live,
yeah.
but not live. We're live in the studio together, but we are not live over the airwaves.
Right. See, this is no longer the internet. We are IRL. We are together.
IRL.
We are together IRL, lol.
Indeed. And Kirran just said he wouldn't be able to make it, so it's going to be just us. I'm sorry, all you who like good entertainment. But
Good entertainment.
we'll do our best.
We do what we do.
We do what we do. So what do we got in this show? I decided to make it a little more structured than last time. Even though it was really fun last time, I'll give you that.
We just let go, we let loose, but now it's right back to brass tacks.
Yeah, we got business to do. We got My Immortal to slog through. We're almost done. We got to do some chapters today. So we're going to do 2 of them chapters. Got some news story picked out. They're like, whatever. News stories. Kind of like
news
techie
stories?
news stories.
We're going back to Yahoo, I can see.
We got 3 Yahoo Answers to do. And we're going to play another 2 of those vidges, which is great for the live listeners, all 2 or 3 of you, because you won't have to bother wondering what the hell we're watching. It'll just be there for you on the podcast. Assuming you're watching this on YouTube.
Perfect.
Which you can find a link to my YouTube page, which is youtube.com/xexyzl, on our website, which is redwatershow.podomatic.com. And you can email us with some email. We didn't get any email recently at redwater.show@gmail.com. And yeah, we also have a music break. I had to dig up some music. I forgot to put the bed music and the intros and the drop-ins and the music break stuff on the laptop before I left San Francisco, but whatever. We found some bed music. Good old Red had some on his computer.
I got some stuff going. And speaking of the bed music, it sounds a little quiet on my end. Are you sure it's feeding through okay on the recording?
I am fairly certain. I mean, it doesn't need to
quiet.
be very loud anyway. I think it's perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
I mean, I could turn it up if you like.
Yeah, turn it up a little bit. I kind of like it. It's my favorite.
How's that?
There we
Okay.
go. That's nice.
This has an excellent song in it that those of you familiar with the very famous AMV editor
Artist.
should know. So, see if you can spot it.
It's very early,
Very early in. It's coming up pretty soon, actually.
so don't even pay attention to us.
Don't pay any attention to us. Just listen to the song, because it's much better than us.
Probably a lot more effort put into it.
More effort. We put lots of effort into this show. So, here we got some Yahoo Answers, which you can look at on my lovely laptop screen, which I'm going to turn a bit. There we go.
I see it now.
Would you like me to read it?
Sure, go for it.
T. I suppose it's a Mr. Could be a Mrs. or Miss or Ms. I don't know.
I don't know if this is a Mr. T, because this question doesn't sound like
I
a very
don't-
manly thing.
Well, the question is, do girls like it when guys they're with make everyone besides them mad? I love pissing people off in general, especially when I'm with a girl I'm like. It's pretty hilarious. Do girls like this stuff? I figure they like the you and me against the world type stuff. Well, who are these people? Are they her friends? In which case, I'm not so sure about that.
I don't know if she's the kind of person who likes that sort of thing, I guess. I mean, don't have to just relegate it to the genders.
Oh, yeah, true. I mean, do y'all girls go around and piss off your people around your boyfriend to be cool? Know what I mean? So
Just
cool.
Lay the smack down because you don't care who you piss off. I
No.
don't care. I do what I want.
You don't need any friends besides your girlfriend, boyfriend.
I know some people like that.
What, me? So Roan.
So forever a ronery with your girlfriend.
Forever a Roan. I would say no. That's my answer.
Yeah, I don't think so, because honestly the girl's probably thinking, I'm associating myself with this guy and he's pissing everybody else around him off. Do I really...
I'm not gonna have any friends after a certain point, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, actually, when you think about it, one of the tactics of abusers is to isolate their partner from everybody else. You know what I mean?
And that is one of the tactics right there.
So if they're pissing everybody else off, but not you, well, it's only a matter of time
before you're alone and you're only companions.
You're the only person left to piss off.
And he's not going to do that, since he's going to be kind of ronery himself.
Oh, hey, you got the audio going in our show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hang on, let me just mute this.
Okay. So, yeah, no. Next question. Would you like to read it?
All right. Faye is asking, what's a good title for my story? 5 of the main characters in the story are demon hunters. They protect regular human beings. Another main character doesn't know that she is a demon hunter until later on. They have to find one of the characters' mom, stop a evil person, uncover the secrets about the parents of a character, and rescue each other from different kinds of dangers. The characters end up falling in love with each other. There is 5 objects they have to find, a keepsake from a very powerful person who would use these objects for his own plans. For his own plans. Objects' powers. First, tells knowledge. Second, heals. Third, makes people tell truth. Fourth, protects people. And fifth, turns regular humans into demon hunters. That's a very powerful story.
This is a very original story, I'm thinking. There are 5 magical objects that they have to find and keep safe from an evil person. I'm just saying, nobody's ever thought of this before, so...
And demon hunters that protect regular human beings. Hunters.
And there's a character that doesn't know that she's a demon hunter, but is a demon hunter.
Yeah,
they have to stop an evil person. And
I've never heard of these demon hunter peoples either. Or let's see here, have to find one of the characters' moms to stop evil.
This author deserves a title for her book that's as unique as the concepts and her name. Faye, also a very original and unique name. So, what are you thinking should be the title of this book? I would like to say Van Helsing, the Anne Rice, London Underground Twilight Saga. I don't know.
I was thinking more along the lines of the Horcrux demon, the finally fantasy Horcrux demon hunter headhunters. That would be a great story.
An excellent title. I think that's a very unique title.
That would be a very unique title. I mean, think about it.
And very original.
Nobody's ever come up with those string of words before that came out of our mouths.
No.
So...
It's new combinations of old words, you see?
As George Carlin said, you can come up with original crap all the frickin' time. You just have to know, you gotta be the first one to say it, though.
Yeah.
So you're obviously the first one to try this story out, so go for it.
Exactly.
We're totally sincere.
We are very sincere right now.
Can't you tell by the tone of our voice?
We are very sincere. You should believe us. So next question from Chicago guy in 1977. I wonder where he lives.
Probably in 1977.
Yeah, that sounds about right. How do you think my job interview went? I had a job interview this morning at a TV news station. I showed up early. The interviewer took me to his office and told me to have a seat. Then he asked me my first question. He asked if I knew what the job I applied for entails. I couldn't remember what the job description said, and I started to get flustered, so I told him that I knew what the website said, but if there were any details that weren't listed. He answered that question. Then he asked about my skills, which I told him. He then said that if the position were available, when would I be able to start? I told him immediately. After a little over 10 minutes, he thanked me, and I asked him for a business card, and he walked me to the exit. I can't tell if I just had a good interview or a bad interview. I sent him a thank you email as soon as I left the building from my iPhone. Do I stand a chance of getting this job, or should I keep looking? Did I pass or fail this interview? I'm confused because it didn't take long at all. I'm not well versed in interview protocol myself. Not having had a job.
I've been through a few interviews before, and many of them I've been rejected, or they don't outright reject you, like say, "Get the hell out," you know. You don't.
You're a disgrace to this company.
You're a disgrace to this company. Good thing you're not working here. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. But the first interview that I actually got a job in, yeah, they asked some pretty probing questions here and there, and I did get flustered, and sometimes I was thinking, like, I gotta quickly think on my feet here and there. But thankfully, I was able to get it, so there's not enough details, really, in your description about how your job interview went, because there's a 10-minute space of void that could be very important and very critical that you need to remember.
Yeah, what happened exactly in that 10 minutes? What was the interviewer's body language like? That sort of thing. I don't know, though. Is it a good idea to email someone as soon as you leave the building after an interview? That seems a little odd to me. I don't know.
Not really. It shows that you're at least eager as a person to get the job. You know, it's just,
I've heard people say you're not supposed to like follow up on ask for like status update on your interview, like an application for at least like 3 or 4 days.
Okay, yeah, for an application and an interview, yeah. But
you're not supposed to pester them too often or too many times, right?
Not too many, but you want to keep pestering them. At least maybe like twice a week is pretty good. Like you call them up and you say, "Hey, I sent in my application. When can I get an interview?" Or since you just got your interview, wait a few days. See, and usually they will call you back after an interview, and they'll tell you, "I'm sorry, but we regret to inform you that we've filled the position. Maybe you could try again in a few months when we'll be rotating employees, blah, 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 that sort of thing."
All right. So, some good practical advice. Much like the last question.
Much like the last.
Yes.
Exactly like the last one.
We give always straight to the point, honest answers.
We
on this
never
show.
ever prioritize.
No.
Our answers.
We don't go behind people's backs to say things that are dishonest to one person and honest to another. You know, we're not like that. You see.
No.
It's a very straight-faced show.
Completely down to brass tacks today.
Oh yeah, we're very serious on this show. Okay.
Seriously.
Very serious.
Seriously, guys.
Seriously, guys, we're so serious.
All right.
Shall we continue to the news?
All right. All right. What kind of news stories do we have today? Now, I don't think I've been briefed on some of these.
I do not brief you on the news shows.
Because you like to take advantage of my wit, I see. Yes.
Yes, indeed. Alright, developer interest in Android slowly eroding. Survey finds. So, let me throw you some numbers. A survey of some app developers or something said 78.6% of developers were interested in creating apps for Android smartphones during the first quarter of 2012. Which is down about... it's down like 10% from quarter 1 of 2011. So in the last year, the interest has declined 10%. So massive platform fragmentation is a big reason that we're seeing this decline in interest. If you look at all the other numbers, such as Android smartphone market share, it's on the upswing, but for app developers, it's a real challenge. Now, when you're talking about platform fragmentation, I'm guessing that is... Was that right?
Just the coding is probably mishmashed here and there.
Yes. Okay, so it was basically like there's many phones out there running on different versions.
Yeah, see that is kind of the sort of downfall of Android, is that you've got, you know, you've got so many different phones operating under different licenses and different companies.
Yeah.
Whereas Apple is just
It's uniform. It updates the same time across the board. You know, every device is up to date.
Yeah, like you know, when you download an Android app, it'll say may not work properly on some devices like the GTS Lite or the 4G Aero, whatever kind of phone you got. Like, it may not be able to check to see, and in some applications it'll say check to see if your phone has enough memory to be able to run this thing. Like,
So it's like PC versus Mac, basically. And the world is it's like these Android smartphones are like PC smartphones, and
essentially
Apple smartphone, iPhone, is like Mac. So there's so many variations of hardware and software on a PC.
And then you've got the Windows phones, which run off
Yeah.
off the Windows iOS, or not the Windows iOS, but I meant the Windows
Yeah, whatever
just
it's
the
called.
mobile the mobile Windows thing, which they will be integrating in
Soon
with Windows
replacing
8.
with Windows 8, basically, right? Yeah.
Not replacing, but they'll be integrate. But what I
Well,
said,
Windows 8 will run on both PCs and basically the same operating system.
yeah, like they're gonna basically take what Apple's already kind of done, with seamlessly integrating between the two operating systems, but on another level.
By the way, did you see that video of Windows 8 where this one guy, I can't remember his name, you probably recognize him. He has like this big giant screen and another screen with like a text chat. He does like live streams of like text stuff.
I don't think I've seen that.
He brought his dad in to like try out Windows 8 because the developer, the new test version that came out recently came out.
Yeah, the beta. I know a couple
Beta.
people that actually
He
have
installed it. He had it on the little like app screen with all the apps, and he basically set his dad down, had him just try to figure it out on his own. You know, it's supposed to be like new and intuitive. You know,
New user friendly.
new user friendliness. So he's looking around like these app things. He finds the desktop to go to the old Windows desktop, and then he tries to go back to the apps, and he spends literally 6 minutes trying to figure out on his own how to get back to the app screen. And by the end of the video, he still hasn't figured it out.
Ooh.
It finishes with like, are they trying to drive me to Apple or something? So it's like, if you don't give somebody the help, if you know, without someone to tell you what to do, basically it's very difficult apparently. And this is like supposed to be close to the final version, right?
Yeah, however, a lot of people that have been used to Windows and they have smartphones, they'll find the transition kind of flawless, because it's like, oh yeah, I know how to transition between my applications and the main screen and how to go through the different how to rank.
So
my
do
file
you know
system.
by chance how to switch between like the app screen and the desktop?
I haven't played with Windows 8 personally.
Me neither. I'd really like to though, but I'm kind of too lazy to set it up on my computer.
Yeah, to opt in for the beta and whatnot. Although I've been getting mixed reviews. Like, one person said, it's totally better than 7. Like, 7 was a memory hog compared to this.
Oh, come on.
And I'm like, you've got to be shitting me.
7
because
is slick.
7 is very slick, and
Like,
and the other guy,
come on.
and the other guy agrees with me. He's like, yeah, 8 is a little bit bulky. I mean, I like the user interface, and I like how it integrates, and I like how it's going to integrate with my phone very nicely, but it uses like a little bit more memory.
Okay.
It does use a little bit more memory than 7, because it's got a little bit more crap
Honestly,
to
from what I had
handle.
heard, it is, in terms of like system resources, it's very comparable to 7. It's not like much more streamlined than 7 was. Like 7 was a lot more streamlined than Vista, but 8 is not as much.
Yeah, because they're going to try basically an all new UI that they have to kind of whittle down. I'm sure maybe in Windows 9 it'll be completely, nice, and then they'll muck it all up again in Windows 10, whenever that will be.
If we're going, like, what is it? They say every other operating system is a piece of crap.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if 8's going to turn out to be as bad as people found Vista and...
All I know is that I'm
like
sticking
me.
with 7, to be honest.
Huh?
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna stick with 7, to be completely fair.
Then again, I never had a problem with Vista in the first place.
I did.
Maybe I was just very lucky.
You probably were.
For one thing, I didn't do 64-bit. I had 32-bit, and I had like Service Pack 1 as soon as it came out, or something like that.
Yeah, I had it on my laptop for the longest time, and that was bad too because my laptop only had like 2 gigs of memory, and Vista took up like almost 3/4 of it if I didn't.
With nothing running.
And that and that was before I went ahead and cleaned out the startup and all the other crap that you can do.
There's a lot of stuff you had to do to fix Vista right after install. Like turning off UAC and
even then it was still a memory hog. Like I tried turning down a lot of the animations and whatnot, and even then 7 kind of outstrips.
Do they still have this thing in Vista or yeah, they do. Okay, I remember this. Like, you try to do this on Vista. I'm doing the Windows control tab thing, and if you try to do this on Vista on like an old machine, like right when Vista came out, it would just be like. So there you go, and like
I like Alt Tab the most.
Video backgrounds. Just wasn't built to handle that. You know.
Yes, I like the preview window right here.
Oh yeah, let's wax lyrical about awesome 70s.
Yeah. Enough of that then.
All right, let's go on to the next. So on the flip side, iPad complaints.
Oh yeah, this show isn't biased towards.
No.
God.
So apparently, the new iPad has Wi-Fi problems, or at least many users are reporting Wi-Fi problems.
And that is a big issue because...
Homie summoned that, homie.
Alright, got some DP.
Thank you.
A lot of people, as we know, go to Starbucks to get their Wi-Fi on their iPads.
Oh, for sure.
And their
or,
Macs.
you know, Starbucks is too mainstream. They go to Pete's. Actually, apparently Pete's is owned by Starbucks now.
Really?
Yeah. My girlfriend told me that very recently. Let me check.
Pete's. You want some story time?
I remember this story. I still don't see why it's such a big deal, honestly. It was just, you know.
It was an incident, but even then, like a lot of cops.
And it's not really
still...
Pete's problem. It's more the people that were at that one Pete's.
Yeah, it was people at that one Pete's. But even then, like, I don't know. I tried some Pete's coffee once, and I was like, not really different.
Okay, maybe that's a lie. I don't see anything on the Wikipedia page that says it's owned by Starbucks. Oh well. All right, go ahead and tell your story.
All right,
we have the time.
Long time ago, near in El Dorado Hills, here in California, there was a new Pete's Coffee that opened up. And me and some of my goth friends wanted to hang out.
Gothic. Because I was so gothic.
Actually, this was
this
is before gothic was mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah, before Hot Topic really took off, I should say.
No, it was way after Hot Topic.
Yeah, actually, it was after Hot Topic. But even then, they had industrial jeans. No.
You mean bondage pants?
Bondage pants, yeah. They had like bondage pants and black sweatshirts and chains and shit all over them and everything. Piercings, and all I had on was...
And black number 1.
Black, yeah, number 1. Yeah, but I mean, we weren't that much, but we weren't that gussied up. But even then, like, we all humped it over to Pete's Coffee in El Dorado Hills from kind of the little strip area on the way to the theater, which was
nobody
the big
knows
attraction.
where this is. Just say what happened.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a big area. Like it's a pretty big kind of a plaza place to be. Just to get an idea of how many people can frequent this area, and we walk up there, and before we even get close to the door, like this scared-looking woman runs out and she says, "You guys can't come in here." And we're like, "Why not? You guys aren't closing, are you? You shouldn't be closing." And she's like, just get out of here. We don't serve you guys here." And I'm like, So this is what it must be like.
Is it because we're white?
Is it because we're white, but we're wearing black? I don't know. And she's like, stay right there. I'm calling the cops. And we're like, what the fuck? Okay. And literally, like, not even 5 minutes pass, and a cruiser rolls up, and he's like, and he questions us, and we're like, we didn't do anything. Literally, we just walked up, and we're gonna hang out here for a little bit. And he was trying to claim loitering and all this stuff, and it's like, it's a coffee shop. You're supposed to hang out. We were gonna buy some coffee. I mean, we could leave, but we were gonna offer our patronage. We were gonna give them our money. And he's like, well, there were these other guys that we were looking for that fit your description. It's this gang that also wears black. Yeah.
Oh wow, a gang that wears black.
I know. In the mean streets of El Dorado freaking hills. And we're like, like after he rolls out, we start laughing, and we're like, all right, fuck you, Pete's. Like from then on, I've never gone to a Pete's, and also, a lot of the Pete's I go to, they always have at least one cop in them. I've always seen a police officer in a Pete's coffee anywhere I go, and I go to a lot of stores that have Pete's in them.
I got you. Well, anyways, there's apparently Wi-Fi problems with the iPad 3, although they noted they had similar problems with the iPad 1 when that came out, and apparently a patch fixed it, so it wasn't a hardware problem, I guess. But that's not all. Apparently, the new iPad hits 116 degrees Fahrenheit while playing video games. So it runs up to 13 degrees hotter than the iPad 2.
Why is that? Like, do they say... Is there something with...
Well, let's see here. I'm not sure... I mean, maybe it has... Does it have, like, a better processor and all that? I mean...
Well, if it had a better processor, maybe they need some better cooling for it. Being tech nerds, we need to know, what exactly.
It doesn't really say what's causing it. Like, they don't know yet. So the hottest areas weren't evenly distributed, but were concentrated near one corner of the display. So, there you
what's
go.
in that corner of the display?
Answers to some questions. I did not check this. Let's look at here.
It doesn't even say where any of the hardware is located. I don't know what the hardware mapping is for a tablet, but you gotta put a place for like the integrated GPU, the CPU, and all that other stuff. So,
yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Well, here is our last news story, and then we can do music break, I think. All right.
Okay.
So, apparently, the FCC has made a decision to do some changing to the FM signals. They're going to basically clear out a section of the radio waves, the inner waves, tube waves over the airspace that basically allows for like local independent radio stations to pick one up. Like the requirements are like for these new sets of not really new. I think they're just being displaced, like they're kicking out people. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But you have to be a non-profit, and you can only have one repeater. So you can only have it on one. So like NPR obviously goes out over many stations all over the place. So basically, your station only gets its range in wherever your station is.
Oh, wow.
So it's basically allowing for lots and lots and lots of small little stations, like college stations, to get back on the waves. Because I think most college stations at this point are like,
they're
on
now
the internet, because they can't get the space.
But I know NPR's broadcast at least locally here from Sacramento State College.
Okay, but anyways, this article takes a slant that's like an attack on conservative radio.
I remember when they did this a while ago. Something like what they're mentioning, like an attack on conservative.
Because conservative radio, like big corporations are able to like buy up repeaters for like all over the place, so like it gets syndicated all over the country in a lot of different stations.
More repeaters, more people tune in. Bada bing.
Yeah. So when did this happen? Before?
I think I remember back in either 2008. I think it was 2008. There was a bill that was trying to get passed that was like an equal opportunity bill, where a talk show would have to have two opposing viewpoints, no matter what. Like, you know...
That's weird.
Like Rush Limbaugh would have to have, you know, a liberal person on the show.
On the same station.
Yeah, to counterbalance his arguments.
There's no way that went through, though, right?
No, it did not.
Blatant violation of the First Amendment.
It was a blatant violation of not only the First Amendment, but of private enterprise.
Yeah.
Because that was the federal government telling private industries, private broadcasting facilities, what to do, how to facilitate
of course,
their programs.
Nobody cares if it's McDonald's getting shut down for putting Happy Meal toys in San Francisco.
I know. That's
an older news story.
Oh,
but yeah, I didn't really agree with that either. I don't know if you saw the Daily Show segment on it. There was a Daily Show segment where they said, "So, what did you do to teach your kids that, you know, McDonald's is bad?" And it was like, "Well, I showed them Super Size Me, and they understood like the dangers of, you know, fast food consumption and toys and it's like, so how about we make Netflix send Super Size Me to every parent in America, or in San Francisco rather?" It's like, well, that would be intruding into their business practices, wouldn't it?
Interesting how that plays out. What exactly breaches? If you breach enough private interests, then yeah, it's gonna do something.
So in any case, basically, this means as early as fall 2012, there will be opportunities for local community groups to plan and start their own independent radio stations. We could be on the radio, man!
Yeah, except you're going to be in San Francisco and I'm going to be here.
Yeah.
That's...
Well, I can have you call in through Skype like you always do.
Yeah, you could write... Except, you know, people locally here around me wouldn't be able to hear it. But who cares? Nobody cares about
whatever.
Me. You
Nobody
got more friends in
anyways.
San Francisco, don't you?
And we'd have to censor ourselves. We couldn't say like fuck shit stack all the time, you know?
It's a fuck shit stack. A fuck shit stack. Hey guys.
Put some shit on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scrape it off. Put it in a glass bowl. Yeah.
Anyway,
if you guys haven't seen that YouTube video,
yeah, you should.
Or at least listen to that song.
Have you seen anything else about that comedian?
I want to now.
I watched some of his Google routine. He did it like a Google thing.
Mm-hmm.
He is just amazing. He's like so crazy in a subdued way. He says things that are like aren't really funny, but
on their own.
But it starts to like build up and get funnier and funnier, you know. And he just
kind of that snowball effect.
He's got like that kind of like wacky, like random humor, but it's very intellectual randomness. You see,
it's like a collective snowball that just barrels up into itself until it finally culminates into, you watch it at the very end, and unless you haven't seen the entire thing up to there, it wouldn't even matter.
Yeah. Well, that's how most comedians are, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have like a
good
build up of, you know, stuff. So anyways, the guy's name is Reggie Watts. If you want to check him out, he's pretty awesome.
I wonder if we'd be able to play that as our break.
We're already at break time now, so
yeah, we don't have time to load it on my crappy internet.
I can't even. I'd have to download it. So, shit. Okay, well, we're going to play a music break. And actually, you know, this is a podcast. I could archive, mess with it if you want.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, we'll play this one for our break, and then maybe you could also cut in Reggie Watts.
So you want me to replace our music?
No. Don't replace it. I meant like put it after, like after we listen to this week's special "Will Not Get Us Sued" song.
That is totally not copyrighted. I mean, copyrighted and totally not ours to play. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there's a specific protocol I'm supposed to do with this song. So let me get this up.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is a Cell Dweller song, and Clayton Cell Dweller has a label, his own label called Fixed, and they have very specific podcasting things that you're supposed to do for when you play one of their free tracks on a PodSafe track on something. Mm-hmm. So what you're supposed to do is a verbal mention. Name of song by name of artist. Visit www.fixedstore.com/artist name for more info. Now I should actually say what it is. Let's see. Oh wait, YouTube videos must contain on-screen and in-description credit in this format. God damn it. Anyways, who cares? This is Symbiont by Cell Dweller at fixedstore.com/celldweller. There you go.
Yeah, perfect.
So we'll see you in like 5 minutes. Okay.
Wee-hee!
Hello.
We're back.
We're back. We're the Redwater Show. I'm Water.
And I just realized I really need to take a piss. But
Really?
whatever, I can hold it.
You should have done that during the break. We were just sitting here.
Well, we were sitting here.
You're telling me about how you got schoolwork to do.
And talking about this land that's coming up this Friday and whatnot. But enough of my boring life. Let's just get on with the show.
I got some more freaking 3D movies to show you. It's a shame Kirran ain't here, because I'm sure he'd appreciate them. But you'll see them eventually. So, our first one is a little number about a certain James Bond 007. It is this fellow's rather interesting interpretation. I don't think I can adequately introduce this, so...
You never can.
I never can. None of these are really explainable by modern science or philosophy or anything. So, I'll just play it. How about that? So, it's going to be a little weird because I got this messed up setup, but let's do it. Yes. Come on. Okay.
Play.
Here we go.
Felicia, dude, I'm James Bond. I rule so fucking much ass God. How cool am I? Your vagina smells like fresh pine. Tell me, do you find it strange that I lost my virginity to a small rodent? Oh, you do? Well, I was just joking, of course, yes. I'm still a virgin. Blah blue blee blah blue barber gumba bocumba beach. I want to stick my thumb up your ass and bask in the sweet scent of your vagina. Now get your crispy golden brown ass over here and let a nigga get a glimpse of them titties. Tell me the depth of your vagina. Go on, tell me, you dirty whore. Jesus. If ever I wanted to slam my face into your anus, the time is now, my dear. Oh, I'm a loser, am I? Well then, I don't suppose you've heard of a little movie called Encino Man. Have you? That's right. I played as a background character, so you can just suck on that. Sit on my face or I'll blow your fucking brains out. So then I turn to Q, and I'm all like, well, if it isn't a neuroatomic photon plastic cannon with laser sight and grenade launching capabilities, then I sure as hell don't want to know what is. Oh dear God, yes. What the fucking Jesus are you talking about? I'm not insensitive. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I rock. Well, I'm off to inject marijuana into my face.
I'm off to inject marijuana in my face. Slam your ass into my face.
If ever there was a time I wanted to slam my face into your anus, it would be now.
Why is James Bond black?
I don't know. Is that supposed to be James Bond? I think it is because it's called 007 and the description said something about James Bond. But
and he kind of looks like he's wearing a nice tux and he's in parties and in this bathtub that turns to sand.
Let's just go on to the next one. This one's shorter.
Oh boy.
So anyway, I was fucking senseless. Oh hey Jim, I've got something to tell you, man. You're fired. Get your ass out of here right now. Fuck you.
What? His face.
Oh, and that's that.
that was that.
And that thusly was that.
I'm gonna go shoot myself in the head. If you fire me, Paul. Ollywog.
Bye. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you.
Yeah, because I revealed your true name.
Let's finish this show up.
Oh boy, with even worse things.
We got some My Immortal here. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So here is, this chapter was like partially lost or something like that. Is that right?
It was rewritten by
an
anti-fan.
But like the original is, he said he found it through a document manager thingy. So I'm not sure how exactly. I'm guessing part of it was lost or something like that. But there's a decent amount here.
Actually, what he did was he hacked into her account by just guessing her password.
Really?
Yeah, look at this. See, he cracked this girl's passy for fun. See, took less than 8 minutes to do it too.
Oh, okay.
So this guy just basically hacked into her.
Oh, he hacked into her account and posted that, and also posted what she had written so far.
Yeah,
I get it. And then she like got it back and like changed the password or something, so the next chapters are back to her.
Yeah, like this happened once before, I think.
Really? I didn't notice, but okay. So anyways, if you want to follow along, we are on chapter 40. Well, yes, chapter 40.
Yeah, chapter 40 in the repost.
Yes, in the repost. Do you want to do the first one?
Yeah, I like this. I
Okay,
like this one.
author's note. Staffu preps gets a lift. You suck. Oh, and from now on, I'll be in vacation in England until like August, so I won't be able to update for a while. Lols, fangs to everyone who revoir expect the preps who flamed. Fuck you. MCR rules 666.
Oh, so she went to England, huh? She'll know even more about the Harry Potter universe now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well. I woke up in de Norse's Ofas with a special gothic coffin. Haregrid was in the bed opposite me in Decama, cause Vampire and Draco had bed him up. Mr. Norris was cleaning the room. Oh my Satan, what happened? I screamed. Suddenly, Volksmort came. He looked less mean than usual. Get the fuck out, you fucking bastard, I yielded. Thou hath not killed Vampire yet, he said angrily. Suddenly, he started to cry tears of blood, all selective. Volksamort? OMFG, what's wrong? I asked. Suddenly, Lucian, Professor Sinister, and Sirius came. Bloody Mary and Vampire were with them. Everyone was holding black boxes. Volksamort disappeared. OMFG Ennaby, you're alive, screamed Vampire. I hugged him and Bloody Mary. What the fuck happened? I asked them. Oh my Satan, am I dead now? I gasped. Ennaby, you were almost shot, said Sirius. But the ballet could not kill you since you were from another time. What fangs anyway? Said Lucian, holding Uta's arm. I gasped. He had 2 arms. OMG, I can't believe Vampire's dad shot you, I gasped. Well, to be honest, Snap was possessed by Snap back... What? I'm gonna reread this. Well, to be honest, Snap was possessed by Snap back then. Said James. Yeah, he was a spy, Sirius said sadly. He was really a death dealer. And he was such a fucking poser, said Lucian. He didn't really know who GC were until I told him. Well, anyway, everyone started to give me presents. I was opening a black box with red 666s. There was a DVD of Corpse
Corpse Bride in it. Yeah.
Wow, corpse bride. And when I gasped. Mr. Norris looked up angrily because he hated goths. Hey, anyone's effing seen Draco? I asked gothically. No, Draco told me he would be watching Hose of Wax, said Professor Trevelry. He doesn't know dat you're better. Anyway, Denors said you could get up. Come on. I got up suicidally. Lucian and Professor Sinister left. I was wearing a black leather night gun. Whoa. Under that I had on a sexy black leather bra trimmed with black lace, with a matching thong that said Gothic Girl on the butt, and sexy fishnets that kinda hooked onto my thong. If you don't
get the idea, message me, I'll tell you.
I put on a black fishnet top under a black MCR shirt, a black leather mini lace, and Congress shoes. I left the hospital's wings with Bloody Mary, Willow, and Vampire. OMFG, let's celebrate, gasped Willow. We can go see Hose of Wax with Draco, giggled Vampire. Let's go listen to GC and cut ourselves, xexyzl, said Hermione. We opened the con man room, the door sexily. And then I gasped. Draco was doing it with Snap! He was wearing a black shirt with 666 on the front and baggy jeans. How was he doing it with jeans on? You effing prep, we all yielded angrily. Yeah, you betrayed us, shooted Vampire angrily as he took out his black gun. No, you don't understand, screamed Draco sadly as he took his thingy out of snakes. No shit. Suck, you preppy bastard. So Willow tried to attack him.
You rock, girl.
I ran suicidally into my room and sexually took a steak out. A delicious steak. Enemy now, screamed Draco. But it was too late. I had to slit my wrists. With it, suddenly everything went black again. Sincerely, oh.
Okay. Oh my god.
That must have been a sexy, delicious steak.
Alright.
Rare, I'm sure.
We got another one to go.
No, I don't know.
We do. We haven't had enough of Snap being possessed by Snap and, you know... what was the other line in there? About...
Snap being produced by Snap and... How on earth was Snap doing with Draco with jeans on?
I don't know. That's pretty hardcore.
Took his thingy out of snakes. So did they insert one into the other?
Oh yeah, and they've been watching Hose of Wax, which I think is like the XXX porn parody of House of Wax. Probably. That's my guess. So, author's note. Let's do it.
Oh wow, this is a big author's note because we had to skip another chapter because it got reposted again. See?
Oh really?
Yeah, it's the same chapter.
Okay. So we're on chapter 42 now. That's a big author's note, man.
Yeah. Want me to read it?
No, it's my turn, so you go.
Yeah, I said author's note.
Yeah, author's note, go.
Yeah. To everyone who keeps flaming, Diz, get S life. I bet you probably don't even... no, Gerard Way, is you're probably all preps and posers. New Way, someone hackled into my account on November and they put up my last chapter, but there is a new one. I'm sorry for not updating for a while, but I've been really busy. I've been trying to finish the story before the new movie comes out. I'm going on vacation for a month, so I won't be back until about 2 weeks. OMFD Darko is so hot in all the pics of the new movie. I wanted them to put a new cameo by Gerard Way. So he should play Draco. If you flame, I'll slit my wrists. Alright. Raven, have fun in England.
When I woke up, I was in a strange room. I looked around. I was wearing the same outfit I had when is performed with X Black X Tier X. I looked around confusedly. It was the nurse's office, but it looked different. On the wall was a pic of Marilyn Munson.
Just imagine that he's an 80s gothic band too. Okay, because he's more old than Panic? At the Gizco or MCR.
There was also a gothic black Beatles calendar with a picture of the Beatles wearing eyeliner and black clothes. On it said 1980.
What?
OMFG, I'm back in Tim again, I screamed loudly. Suddenly Satan, this is actually... oh wait, sorry.
Oh, this is actually Voldemort. Oh, wow,
Whoa.
Voldemort. 4 photo reference. Oh.
Voldemort was wearing a black leather Jackson, black tight jeans, and fishnet pants. He looked so sexa, I almost had an orgy.
Right there.
OMFG and a B, are you okay? He asked gothically. Yeah, I'm okay for your information. I snapped sexily. OMG, am I dead? Because I remembered I had jumped in front of the bullet from Jane's gun. I also remembered seeing Draco doing it with Snap. I guessed that when I had slit me wrists, I had went back in Tim instead of dying. I know I could go forward in time if I found a time toner or the Tim machine. No, you're not dead, Satan reassured suicidally as he smoked a cigarette sexily and smoke came all over his face.
Oh.
You're a vampire, so you can't die from a bullet. Come on now, let's go see how Harry's dad is doing. I knew that the real reason I didn't die from the ballet was cause I was from the future. WTF, James almost shut Lucius, I said indigoli.
Indigoli.
I knew that James had really been possessed, but I didn't want him to know I knew. Yeah, I know, but he had a headache. He was under a lot of stress, Satan reasoned evilly. I guess that's okay, I said, because James hadn't really shot Lucian. Also, I knew that Lucian would now have 2 arms instead of 1. I walked seductively outside with Satan. Suddenly, I saw a totally sexy gothic bi guy. He had bleached blonde hair with black streaks up to his ears, and he was wearing gothic black eyeliner, a black Green Day shirt.
No, it showed Billy Joel with blonde hair since it was the 80s.
Black Congress shoes and black baggy pants. He walked in all sexily like Gerd Way in the video for I Don't 3 You Like I Did Yesterday, and you could see a black tear on his face like the women in that video. Hey, he said all quietly and gothically. Who the fuck is that? I asked angrily cause I did not know him. This is Hedwig, said Voldemort. He used to be in X Black X Tier X, but he had to drop out cause he broke his arm. Hey Hedwig, I said seductively. I'm sorry, I just can't do that.
Lots of seductiveness here.
Seductive owl. God damn it. Lol, hi enemy, he answered, but then he ran away because he had hair of magical creature. He was humming Welcome to the Black Parade under his breath.
I can imagine running away and...
Come on. I know that is not 80s, but pretend it is okay. Bye, I said all sexually. That was Hedwig. He used to be my boyfriend, but we broke up, Satan said sadly, looking at his black nails. OMFG, I can get you back together, I said, fingering something I didn't know was in my pocket. A black cut is what we aim for. Cute is what we aim for. CDO iPod that I could take videos with.
Does anyone know else about them? They kick ass.
Okay, you can forget about your class for now, Hedwig. I'm going to show you something great. I led them to the Great Hall. Come on, you guys. Lucian, James, Sirius, and Snake were all in the Great Hall. Lucian wouldn't talk with James because he had tried to shoot him. Go fuck yourself, you fucking douche, he shouted at him. Draco is never going to be friends with Vampire now. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Samaro, Snape agreed, but I knew he was lying because it had been his fault James had almost shot Lucian. Be quiet, you guys, I said sexily. Me plan was working oot great. Now I could make Voldemort good without doing it with him. Now Vampire's dad would never die. And okay, Satan and Hedwig, you guys can start making out, I said, and I started to film them with the iPod. Cool, said Sirius, as Voldemort and Hedwig started to make out sexily. We watched as today started to take each other's clothes off sexily. Samaro, Sirius, and Snake and Lucian all watched cause they were probably bi. I knew Snape was bi. Oh my fucking god. Voldemort, Voldemort, screamed Hedwig as his Glock touched Voldemort's. But suddenly everything stopped as the door opened and in came Dumbledore and Mr. Norris. Oh, so long and so good.
Them Glocks. And I didn't know that Lucian only had one arm.
That's crazy. When did that happen?
I don't know.
That's crazy talk.
Did he always have one arm?
I don't remember when that happened.
Is it strange to have two arms nowadays?
I'm like out of breath, man. And it's pretty much the end of the show.
I'm gonna go like fat myself into a coma or something after this.
Yeah, this was draining. Very draining.
I don't think we'll be able to work on our project.
I think we will work on our project because this is our only chance to work on it.
Alright,
Okay.
we'll do it.
Curry. So yeah, that was the Redwater Show live in the studio.
In the alternate studio, I guess we could say.
The ultimate studio.
No, the alternate.
The alternate studio. But this is also almost ultimate.
Almost.
Yes. So, we will see you again next Wednesday, hopefully with Kirran and back on the internet, so with less chemistry and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We won't be able to interplay off each other, and he won't be able to hit me like I can right now.
You eat a dick. No, you eat a dick.
You eat a dick.
No, you eat a dick.
You eat a dick. Yeah, you eat an old dick, old man.
Okay. You're just mad because your ass is old.
You're just mad because your ass is old.
So, yeah, we'll see you later. Thanks for the help. And our email is redwater.show@gmail.com and our website is redwater.show.podomatic.com.
Yeah, guys.
You're such a racist. Later.